Press the bell icon on our YouTube app and never miss another video from SpotboyE.
Sitting next to me is the actress who never fails to get khushi on their fans' face. Yes, it's Sanaya Irani, who is all set to scare us in theatres soon. So Sanaya, what made you do this film?
So there are two versions of it. There are two reasons for it. One, so I was doing it for a friend actually. A friend of mine was supposed to direct it and he was insisting that I do it. And I don't know, for some reason I was never really attracted to films. There was, because I was very content with what I was doing on television. And I think what happened was when television changed and the content on it started changing and I started moving away from it, just organically it happened. And I was doing a web series called Zindabad with Vikram. At that time my friend was directing that and he was like, you have to do my film and everything. And initially I was very skeptical. I was like, I don't want to do films. But then when I thought about it, I'm like, if I've just organically I've shifted away from TV only because of the content, not because of any other move that I wanted to make in my life. I'm like, what will I do? Like I should experiment and I think I think at that point I was just very, very secure. I was like, I didn't have to worry. I wasn't feeling like this will be my move in Bollywood and will this be good or will it? I think I was way beyond that. So I think that was one reason. And then of course when I sat down with Vikram and he narrated the story to me and he told me that it was a real life incident.
Okay.
And I was just blown away. I was like, what? Did this really happen?
Okay.
And Vikram, leaving everything aside at that point, I just think he was so confident in me. He was so sure that I could play this part. And I was really like, I was looking at him and actually thinking, I'm like, who will ever have this kind of confidence in me? Unless the person has worked with me. And because he worked with me, he had that confidence. And I'm like, you know what, Sanaya, you should make the most of this because this doesn't come easily. People don't have, and another thing he told me during that was that, Sanaya, you're the hero of my film. You are the hero of my film. And I'm like, it's a great opportunity. I shouldn't let it go. So all these reasons put together made me do Ghost.
Okay, so we see you as a lawyer in the film.
Yes.
So what kind of homework Sanaya has done, because the law language is quite difficult to speak also, right?
Actually I had no sort of homework. I had no time to do homework.
Okay.
Everything happened really quickly. It happened very, very quickly, and what happened was Vikram was already in London shooting for another film. Simultaneously he was writing it, so it was coming to me while he was writing it. There was no time to actually prepare for anything. And if you see the movie, it's not like I'm standing in a courtroom and there's like courtroom jargon happening out there. It's not like that. It's around how she will fight the case. So I didn't really need to get into the shoes of a lawyer, It's not like, it's a court case. It's not like that. So I didn't really need that. For me, it was more the character, the kind of person that she was, dealing with her challenges as a character, which was hard for me. It was not the lawyer part of it. It was the Simran Singh part of it. This messed up girl fighting her own demons in her life, personal life. On the other side, she has to be professional, and then she has these other demons that she has to fight. So that was my challenge.
Okay, the film is Ghost. Do Sanaya believe in ghost?
I do believe in spirits.
Okay.
I believe that we all have a soul. And when we die, the soul moves on. And so I do believe that I read a lot of books. I'm quite spiritual. So I read a lot of books about the afterlife, about past life. So I do believe in it. Not necessarily, like every spirit is bad or demonic. I feel like if it's a good person, the spirit is sometimes confused and doesn't move on. Sometimes there are bad people who just, when their souls don't move on, that's where the problem happens.
So have you experienced a paranormal activity in real life? We keep hearing these kissas from our friends ki aisa hua tha, mere saath aisa hua tha.
During the climax scene, we were shooting it in this building which was a ruins. And London was cold. That building didn't have doors or windows. So it was like literally we were shooting outdoor, right? But for some reason, it was like when I would stand outside that building, it was cold. But when I would stand inside that building, it was bone-shattering, bone-aching cold. I was so uncomfortable. So as a person, I'm very intuitive and I pick up on vibes. And when I entered that building, I didn't get a good vibe about it.
Okay.
Like I was telling everyone that I just want to get done with this location. I don't feel good. Like I was not happy about that
And
location.
what was that
at all.
location?
I've shot my climax scene there.
Okay.
In that location. It was in London, a little away from London. And there was nothing there. It was like, you know, and there was just something off about that place. You know, even when I would have to go to the loo, I would try to avoid going to the loo. The loo was in like another building. And it was so cold, weirdly cold inside that building. I was standing next to a heater. Literally, if I can say, my butt was on that heater. And I was not feeling hot or warm.
After that also?
Yeah, and Vikram used to be like, Sanaya, you'll become a kebab. My coat caught on fire.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
it caught on fire and I didn't realize. I just wasn't feeling warm. I was getting the weirdest vibe. Anyway, long story short, we're sitting. There's an actor, a British actor,
Yeah.
who was playing a part. And in real life, he's a medium. He talks to spirits. He talks to people who pass away and, you know, he helps people and stuff like that. So we were all sitting together and suddenly he's like, she's standing there. She's looking at us.
Okay.
And we were like, what? Who? Okay, we couldn't see anyone. And
So,
like,
was he able to see someone over there?
so he's like, there's a girl standing over there and this lady is standing over there and we're disturbing her. She's not really liking being disturbed and her name is Rebecca. And he spelled her name like REBEKKAH is how he spelled it.
Yeah.
And he's like, we are in a space, and so obviously Vikram at that point was like, you know, I make a fool of the world and now he's trying to make a fool of me. That's not happening. So he sent his line producer. He's like, find out what is this guy talking about. And actually 100 years back, there was a hostel there, a girls' hostel, and there was a matron in that hostel called Rebecca. And it's nowhere on the internet. It's not like that guy could search it on the internet. The line producer found out because the people who gave us that place
The
to
property,
shoot in
yeah.
knew about this.
Oh my
So it wasn't like something that if you research on the web, you'll find it. And we all were like, okay, this is just this. And I was like, this is why I'm feeling all the things I'm feeling. Just get done and move out of here.
So before you could have scared your audience, you have already got scared.
Yeah, I
with
mean,
it.
I was just glad that I had this whole unit around me, so I was a little confident, and I'm like, maybe somebody else will get haunted and I won't. But yeah, that's what happened.
As you said, you like reading about it. So have you ever gone and experienced an haunted place like this? Though happened.
I am
ironically
too much of a fattu. I am too much of a fattu to go into any place if somebody. I'm the kind of person when I watch horror films, I'm like, she heard that sound. Why is she going there? If in real life I heard a sound, I'd just be like, oh God, please God, I wouldn't go. I'm like, who's there? Who's there? Why will I do that? So, of course, that happens in horror films. So I'm a big fattu. There is no way that I will go into anything remotely. And like I said, I pick up on vibes.
Yeah.
You know, I was also shooting on this set during television.
Huh.
And I remember when I entered that set, I didn't get a positive vibe. I will not talk about which show it is and all, but I didn't get a good vibe. And remember, everybody was saying, what a beautiful set. And I was just like, my heart was just like that. Later, I found out that there was a portion of that set which was closed off because lots of people had fallen from there and died.
Oh.
Like first, the Tarafa Dada
Okay.
had died. And you know, that set is
so
not
while
used a
building
lot.
the set,
No. The set was
After
already,
post.
it was a standing set.
and the deaths have happened post.
No, not
the
post.
set was
Pre. But that set was not used a lot. They were saying it's not a very good luck wala set. It's a bad
Acha.
luck wala set. People don't use it. And we started shooting. So they said that this portion, do not shoot in that portion.
Okay.
And so I had like, before I knew of all this, only I had picked up on this uneasy vibe when I had entered that set. So I pick up on these things fast.
So do you watch horror movies?
Yes, I'm a big horror buff, but I will watch it only when I know that for the next 5 nights I'm not going to sleep alone.
Okay.
I will watch it when I have Mohit next to me. And yeah.
Which is your favorite horror movie till now?
Oh God. So I love Emily Rose. I love The Others. I don't know if people have seen this, but you know, that movie, more than horror, it played with my mind. And by the end of it, I was like, are you serious? And I know I liked one of the Conjuring parts. One of them. I don't remember which one now. I'm confused. There are quite a few. It. I remember watching it as a kid and like it just scared me. That thing. I still watch it only because to that weird. I don't know what it is with me and horror films. Why do I watch it if I'm so scared? But I do.
Sana, in every friend circle, no, we have one person who loves to talk and discuss about this when we are somewhere out and we are at the place जहाँ already डर लग रहा है. तो you have a big friend circle. कौन है उसमें से ऐसा जिसको ये शैतानी हमेशा सूझती है?
Actually, nobody. Weirdly, nobody.
Yeah?
Yeah, no. Because nobody, it's never really, nothing's ever happened to anybody, so nobody wants to ever bring it up. But if I could say, Vikram was that, if he was my like lifelong friend, he would be that one person in a place. Through the filming of the movie, he had so many stories to say about experiences that have happened to him, and we were like, so yeah, he would be that friend.
Okay. We can see you doing a kissing scene in the film.
Oh God.
For the first time, I think you are doing such, you have attempted such thing, isn't it?
Yes, it was my first time, and I've said this earlier also in interviews. I don't know why it's such a big deal. I think it's a big deal to everybody because they have seen me in television
Yeah.
and I've not done something like this. But I think something like kissing is so normal and organic and natural between two people. That being said, I feel it's very important to be, and I know every actor says this, that it has to make sense to the script. But it really does. It really does. And when you see this film, see, our film is a horror film. There's not so much time to spend on a love story or, you know, whatever. And if you need to show that two people are getting together and how much they feel for each other, you need a little more than just them standing an inch away from each other and, you know. And so it just, like when you see it, it just organically happens. I think when people see the film, they won't be like, oh, they just put sex into the film for no reason. It's not like that. In fact, Vikram is so, so sweet. There was a scene where, like a love-making scene, kind of, to, you know, whatever. And anyway, it was supposed to be very, very small. Like, it was not supposed to have anything much in it because I was anyway not comfortable. He actually cancelled it. He said, you know, Sanaya, it's not necessary. He's like, I have understood what this girl has felt for this man, and I think I got it already. I don't think it's necessary. Like, I just need to show that, okay, they have been with each other. You know, obviously we had to be with each other. If you've seen the song, for me to have a heartbreak, right? I couldn't have just like had coffee with him and then he broke my heart. So you have to see some kind of intimacy, and because it's not a love story, there's not enough time to, you know, just blend into that intimacy. So when you see it, it'll just all, I mean, this will not even be on your mind.
So do you even discussed this with Mohit? Were you reluctant? Were you hesitant कि यार ये kissing scene आया है script में? Should I go for it or not?
So actually, I wasn't the one. Mohit was doing a film before me, and he had a scene in that. So he was the first one to discuss it with me, and I was like, "Baby, we are actors, and it doesn't work this way. If you think it's not unnecessary, because I do feel sometimes, you know, like I have got offers, and in fact, I do feel that in the future also, I will lose out on a lot of work because I would say no to certain physical aspects that I don't feel is necessary. You know, it's not like because I've done it here, I'll do it in everything that comes my way. So, so he asked that, you know, baby, this is this thing, and he was actually more reluctant than me.
Is it?
Yeah, he was like, I don't want to do this, and I'm like, but why? And I told him obviously that I don't have a problem with it. If you have a problem, then you should not do it. But if you're thinking anything about me having a problem, that's not going to happen. So obviously, there will be no hypocrisy in a relationship. If one person can do it, the other can. So there will be no like, main mardu, I will not let my woman do it. So that's how it works.
He was.
Yeah.
Okay. Music is an integral part of Vikram Bhatt's movie.
Yes.
And I'm sure the songs of this film is already like a set thing too for everyone. How do you feel it?
So obviously, okay, so Dil Mang Raha Hai is everyone's most favorite song. But when I heard it, initially, like the first time I heard it, I was like, it's a beautiful song, but I felt like it was a song that, you know, 90s mein ho chuka hai, wo kind of music. But what we forget is that we still love that music. And we don't get to hear that music any longer. And he kind of weirdly brought it back. So when I heard it, I'm like, why? Like, let's be today. Let's do today's stuff. And he's like, Sanaya, you need to trust me on this. That was the only song that I felt this for. And now that's, I think, Okay, so Jalte Bujte is my most favorite song, because when I hear it without the picturization, when I just hear it, I just love the sound of it. But now Dil Mang Raha Hai, like, you know, this is all on my playlist. I love it. I absolutely love it. Janmo Janam, I love it. It's
Your
all
fans
good.
are already loving it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's very, this music is, you won't get to hear this today.
Yeah.
Actually, when you think of it, I was like, I think that's what's, you know, because everyone was messaging me when I put the songs out. What a soulful song, what a soulful song. And I'm like, you know, I haven't heard anyone say that for a long time for any song.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
like remixes are being made and all this, and I love it, don't get it wrong. But I think like this just gave them a taste of something different.
Okay, Sanaya, you are doing a Bollywood film again. You have already done a Bollywood
What film?
You have done Kajol and Amir Khan ke sath movie.
God, everyone
I mean,
keeps
like that.
bringing that up,
yeah.
and I keep forgetting it.
But
I'm
it's
clarifying
okay,
this
yeah.
in every interview. That was not a film. I mean, it was a film, but I was just walking in that film. So that didn't have me doing anything in it.
So in short, you were saying this could be
Of
your
course.
Bollywood debut.
This is
film.
my Bollywood debut. I was just walking in the background. With due respect to the film, I had a great time doing it. The reason I did it was because Kajol and Amir were in it. I was so new, so fresh, and I loved them as actors. I just wanted to watch them act, but that's literally what I was doing, just watching them act. So I don't count that as my anything.
Okay, Sanaya, you tell me, you know, TV actresses often says that it is very difficult for a TV actress to get accepted in Bollywood.
Right.
Because they always typecast TV actresses कि अरे ये TV actress है शायद नहीं कर पाएगी.
Right.
Have you ever faced any such thing, or did you come
I
across?
haven't faced it, but I've heard it too.
Yeah.
And I think my way of facing it is that it is true. I mean, I'm not getting Bollywood film offers right now.
Okay.
It's not like there are 10 offers in my kitty. And that said, I even feel the web world is a little hesitant when it comes to people from television. And I feel, and you know what, it's fine. Like whatever anybody thinks, it's fine. I get they feel there is a certain kind of acting that we do,
Yeah.
which we do.
Yeah.
And which I had to change in this film. I had to literally like learn this whole new kind of acting and this whole process after 10 years of my life. So it is, I mean, to each is their own. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. I got lucky.
Yeah.
I got a Vikram Bhatt who had worked with me and liked my work, and I think that's how work plays out, right? Work
Yeah.
gets you more work and more work, and I'm hoping that when people see Ghost, they will be like, oh, so she can, you know, do this kind of acting too, and that will hopefully get me more work.
Okay, so now when you have already debuted in Bollywood and with Vikram Bhatt, so you want to stay back here, or will we see you on TV also?
You will see me wherever there is good content.
Yeah.
Honestly, wherever I get good content, I want to work over there. I would love to do films. I absolutely loved this journey. I keep thanking Vikram because I was like, you know, I never wanted to do films, but now that I've done it, it's that taste of blood.
Yeah.
And I've got it, and I want to do it, and I really, really hope that this works out and better things happen. Also stuff on the web.
Yeah.
I think just there's such amazing stuff happening on the web. I want to be part. Like when I see some shows, I'm like, that's what I want to do, man. What the hell? Why isn't anyone calling me? So what the hell to all you casting people out there? Call me.
Sanaya, you have many successful TV shows on your name, but Khushi's character and Is Pyar Ko Kya Naam Do is one thing which fans can't get over.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just seeing like last week also they were trending, we want Is Pyar Ko Kya Naam Do back with Sanaya and Barun.
Right.
What do you want to say them?
I really, really feel, firstly, I always say this, I feel like Is Pyar Ko Kya Naam Do is the DDLJ of TV. I really do. And I feel so, I can't even explain how lucky and grateful I feel that, you know, it's so easy to be forgotten by people when you're not working. And it's not because they don't love you anymore, and it's not because they want to forget you, it's because now there's somebody else and they love them at that point. You know.
Yeah.
But these people have held on. It's been years and years and years, and I just like, I don't know what to say. I'm so grateful that this show has done what it has done for me. There's nothing, I mean, thank you guys, thank you for loving it, and you know, and I want to give credit to the entire team. Not only like, just like I love you guys for loving this show, but I do want to give credit to the entire team that put this show together. From writers to producer to actors, everyone, we made this show what it is, and I think that's why y'all are loving it so much, and thank you.
If another season gets planned and Sanaya gets approached, what will
And
be
you
your
know,
reaction?
everyone thinks that I don't want to do it. I would very happily do it, but again, then content is important, right? I
Yeah.
need to know what I'm doing. I can't just keep doing something aimlessly. I need to know that I'm happy doing what they're giving to me, and I would happily do it, guys. I'm just clarifying this. I have not said no to anything.
Okay, so there is a high possibility that you can see Sanaya if gets approached.
I don't know. Yeah.
It was pleasure meeting you, Sanaya,
Thank
after
you
a
so
long
much.
time, and
Thank
it was
you.
a mind-blowing interview. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Do watch the film.
Yeah, of course. I'll
18th
do.
October, guys. Ghost releasing on the 18th of October. Do watch it.
Do watch it. Do watch it.